is Mischa, and my mentor is Nathan Tsai, and my research project is on alternative plants and other novel sources of natural textile fibers. So what got me interested in this research topic was my interest in fast fashion and its environmental impacts. And basically, we decided to focus on alternative natural sources because they have numerous advantages compared to other conventional sources. And two of the most popular textile fibers that are used in clothing today, I'm sure many of you know, is polyester and cotton. And polyester is harmful because it's made from oil, which is a non-renewable resource. And since it requires a huge amounts of energy, it produces large amounts of CO2 that is then released into the atmosphere as emissions. And with cotton, what's more problematic about cotton is that it's produced with toxic pesticides, which can cause pesticides to build up in food chains of humans and animals. So, for example, if you were to apply pesticides to a certain type of bug on a plant, then those bugs who develop those pesticide-resistant genes will then pass those on to their next generation. So their next generations will be more resistant to the pesticides. Some other harmful effects of production of cotton include the contamination of groundwater and drinking water. And cotton irrigation is linked to lots of detrimental effects on the local freshwater environment, which includes wildlife contamination and habitat destruction. So this is like an overview of how fibers are classified. So fibers are broadly classified as natural or man-made fibers. So plant fibers are classified depending on their utility, such as primary and secondary. Plants that are used as fibers for primary utilities include hemp, jute, while byproducts of plants, such as pineapple, belong to the secondary group. And as you can see from this chart that I put, we focus on 4 categories of natural fibers, which are bast fibers, leaf fibers, seed fibers, and fruit fibers. So understanding these fiber characteristics is really important because because certain different fibers are produced differently. And so these are the specific alternative plant fibers that me and my mentor wanted to focus on. So the first one is banana, flax, Furra fotida, pineapple leaf, Canna eldulis, coconut, regenerated protein, nettle, bamboo, and hemp. So I'm just gonna go over like a quick overview of each plant fiber. So banana, as many of you know, it's a widely produced crop in the world. And the reason why it's more advantageous than other plant fibers is because it's produced from a waste of an existing plant. Some other advantages of banana fiber is that it has a high tensile strength, great flexibility, and rot resistance, which are all suitable properties for a fiber. However, due to the lack of technological advancements, the use of banana fibers to produce these textiles can't currently progress to be produced in an industrial setting. And next is flax. And some advantages of flax are that it has excellent water absorption properties, which makes the fabric more comfortable to wear in hot weather. However, despite these advantages, flax fiber can't be produced industrially because of its complex manufacturing process and its high level of skill that is required at each step of production. The next is Forcrea fotida, which is a tropical plant that is grown in Indonesia and South America. And the reason why this fiber is a suitable candidate is because of its high elongation and adequate tensile strength. But compared to other fibers that me and my mentor did research on, there was only one research article that we were able to find on this fiber. So we believe that there should be more research that is done on this fiber. Next is pineapple leaf. And basically, farmers face a lot of disposal difficulties after dealing with harvesting these plant leaves. So if this agricultural waste can be used to produce fibers, then we would be potentially reducing a lot of the resources that we use for textile production. And some of the desirable qualities of plant leaf fiber include its high cellulose content, its strong tensile strength, and its fiber length. However, with the current processing techniques that are used to process pineapple leaf are alkaline treatment and deguming processes. While they are easy to produce and it's cheap to produce them, they're not environmentally friendly and could damage the fiber's contents. The next one is Canna eldulis. This plant is widely grown across the world in both temperate and tropical areas, and it has an advantage over all the other natural fibers on this list because it can thrive in a wide range of soil conditions and has little to none pest problems. In a research article that I read, with the experiments, the tendency of the fiber was found to be almost identical to that of cotton, and as well as the same moisture regain rate. So it could potentially replace cotton, but there needs to be more research that is done on the specific fiber. The next is cotton. Oh no, I'm sorry. The next is coconut. And coconut trees are mostly grown in tropical countries like Indonesia, the Philippines, India, and Brazil. Some advantages of coconut fibers are that it's extensively lignified and it has a long tensile strength. It is suitable for textiles because of these properties, but because of difficulties with its spinning process, it's currently not viable on an industrial scale. So the next one is regenerative protein, and this regenerative protein is actually interesting because the source of the protein is not from one source. It can be from wheat, and also it can be from milk waste and feather keratin. And also, unlike the other fibers on this list, regenerative protein fibers have been produced on a large scale historically in World War II. The advantages of these regenerative protein fibers are that it has a high moisture absorption rate and it has a good drape and it's very soft to wear. However, the tensile strength of this fiber was the main issue when it was previously mass produced. So with new technological advancements, this fiber could be produced at a large scale again. The next is nettle, and nettle, like regenerated protein, was originally used in textiles until the Second World War, but it disappeared when cheaper fibers became available. And its main advantage is that it only needs to be planted every 10 years. However, the absence of harvesting technologies are currently the production limits for this fiber. The next is bamboo, and bamboo is one of the most sustainable fabrics. Bamboo's benefits are that it can be quickly renewed, and it has biodegradability, a low water consumption, and is organic overall. However, the processes that are used to produce this fiber are made using the viscose process, which basically employs a lot of chemical solvents that are really bad for the environment. And next is hemp. And hemp was most likely the first plant cultivated by humans for textile purposes. Hemp basically stands out from these other fibers because of its ultraviolet protection and excellent absorbency rates. Next. Basically, future directions that, and kind of like a summary of what my research project was about, is that there needs to be new agricultural practices to actually grow these fibers, because a lot of these fibers have different requirements for how they should be grown, and like the amounts of water that need to be used to grow them. And also future research should be done on how these fibers can be reduced in industrial setting. And another issue with a lot of these fabrics is that they need chemical finishings to be produced. So if we can find eco-friendly alternatives, that would be better. My experience in Talaria was very fun. I had a very my mentor is Nathan Sai, and he was really patient with me, and he helped me a lot with like going through the research experience, because I never written a research paper before, so I was like really confused on how to start out. But he helped me like create an outline, and like we managed to narrow down like the specific ideas that I had for this research project. So I was really glad for this opportunity. And there's more information. These are kind of like two stores that I found that actually have products that are made from these fibers that I listed on my list. And that's my Instagram if you would like to ask me more questions. And that's a website that I found that you can find the sustainability rating of certain brands like H&M and Zara. So you could go to that website. And I'd like to say thank you for listening, and I'd like to say thank you to my mentor, and thank you to Talaria for this program and for this experience.